thing. It's right next door.
Oh, really?
And it's dead. So based on the coroner's report, which is a report that we construct when somebody dies in the province, and we just determine why they died, in January alone, we had 152 people die of an overdose in British Columbia. So just to put that in perspective, that's 5 classrooms of students that die in 1 month from a drug overdose. And the most of these deaths happen here in Fraser Health. So when we think of drugs, we instantly think about needles. We all do. I used to do that. But most of the drugs are inhaled or smoked. Or they're consumed. And when they're smoked and inhaled, that's 71% of the people. So if somebody gives you some weed that's laced with fentanyl, you will drop it and most likely die. And that's real. So we have all these images of drug overdoses, and then it's only happening with marginalized people with dirty needles, and that's just not the case. It's in communities, in rooms like this. The next step can simply occur by puffing on something that your friend gives you. So let's talk about how fentanyl kills. Fentanyl is a synthetic drug that's 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times more potent than morphine. And it enters, either you breathe it in, or you ingest it, or you inject it, or on your skin. And once it's in your bloodstream, it goes to your brain, and it slows your breathing down. And sometimes it can cause you to stop breathing, leading to death from lack of oxygen. I'm not going to get too technical, I just really want you to understand what I'm trying to say. When your body goes without oxygen, brain damage begins within 4 minutes. And irreversible brain death happens within 6 to 10 minutes if your breathing is not restored. So think about that. You took a puff, the dose was strong enough, that one mistake, you're on the ground, and you go. I mean, there's not many mistakes you can make that you can. So let's run a scenario that I see. It's a chain of events that happens when there's a drug overdose. And I'll make this work. So you're at a party with friends, and one of your friends is called Jack steps outside. While he's outside, you notice that he hasn't come back. You go outside and look for him, and you see that he's slumped over on the ground, unresponsive. You try to call his name, shake his shoulder. He's not waking up. He's not breathing shallow. His pupils are pinpointing that they're super small. His skin is clammy and he's gurgling. Now, you know he's been doing drugs, and you think it's an overdose, so you call 911, and if you have an RBN kit, you inject him with RBN, and he wakes up. And within 2 minutes, the paramedics come, and that would be the perfect scenario. But often, somebody doesn't have a Narcan kit. Narcan is the medicine that you use to reverse the opioid effect, the fentanyl effect. And so the worst case scenario is you have nothing, you call 911, there's a delay in paramedic response, and now how long they take to get to you will dictate what the outcome of this person is going to be. And so now the paramedics are come, see the bacteria that was in your nose to feed you, and we put it in your stomach. And that is the best you will be. I mean, that is not what you signed up for when you went to that party. You know, it is, I think we see that way too often. I mean, if you think about it, every day we have 5 people that die from fentanyl. And then you can just imagine the number of those that people alive and they stay in the segregated schools. So, I don't want to, I know that this is a very grand picture, but this is a very serious topic. In our community, really getting hit with Godet and all these kind of synthetic drugs and teas. And